He left shore on a fishing trip. He was supposed to be back in 2 days. He didn't return for 438 days. This is the story of José Salvador Alvarenga, the man who survived alone in the Pacific Ocean for over a year, with no engine, no GPS, and no way home. November 2012, Costa Azul, Mexico. José Alvarenga was a fisherman, experienced, tough. He had spent years working the Pacific waters off the coast of Mexico. He knew the ocean, he respected it. On November 17th, he set out on a small fishing boat with a young crewmate named Ezequiel Cordoba. The boat was 24 feet long. They carried enough food and fuel for a 2-day trip. Then the storm hit. A massive storm system pushed them far off course. Their engine failed. Their radio broke. The waves were violent. For 5 days straight, the storm battered the tiny boat relentlessly. When the skies finally cleared, they had no idea where they were. They were completely alone in the Pacific Ocean. No engine, no radio, no GPS, no way to signal for help. Just 2 men, a small boat, and thousands of miles of open water in every direction. They drifted. Days turned into weeks. Their food ran out within the first month. To survive, Alvarenga learned to catch fish and sea turtles with his bare hands. He caught rainwater in containers to drink. When there was no rain, he drank turtle blood. But his crewmate Ezequiel was not adapting. The young man stopped eating. He became weaker each day. He told Alvarenga he couldn't go on. He had given up. After several months at sea, Ezequiel died in Alvarenga's arms. Alvarenga was now completely alone. He later said he considered ending his life that day. The ocean was right there. It would have been easy. But something stopped him. He threw Ezequiel's body into the ocean, and he kept going. For months, Alvarenga drifted across the Pacific. He developed routines to stay sane. He talked to himself. He talked to God. He talked to the fish. He sang songs. He remembered the faces of his family back home, his daughter, his parents. He refused to let the ocean win. He crossed paths with large cargo ships twice. He waved. He screamed. He jumped up and down on the boat. Neither ship stopped. Neither ship saw him. He kept drifting. After over a year at sea, on January 30th, 2014, José Alvarenga spotted land. He had drifted over 6,700 miles across the Pacific Ocean. He had reached the Marshall Islands, a tiny chain of islands in the middle of the Pacific, thousands of miles from where he started. He was barely able to walk. He had lost over 30 pounds. His hair was down to his shoulders. His nails had grown long and curved. Local residents found him crawling up the beach. They had never seen anything like it. He had been at sea for 438 days, the longest solo ocean survival ever recorded in history. When he returned to Mexico, his daughter was waiting. He had not seen her in over a year. She had grown taller. She barely recognized him. He recognized her immediately. Doctors examined him and were stunned. His organs were intact. His mind was sharp. Physically, somehow, he was going to be okay. When journalists asked him how he survived, what kept him going through 438 days alone in the middle of the ocean, he gave a simple answer. He said he thought about his daughter every single day, and he promised himself he would see her again. Every story has a last frame. This was his. I'm the last frame. A new story every week. Subscribe and don't miss the next one.